the road, and this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to the home of the Purdue Boilermakers, Ross Age Stadium in West Lafayette, Indiana. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Ohio State Buckeyes. The Buckeyes will kick it away first. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Purdue Boilermakers offense will get the ball first. And, David, they've got a receiver that if he is able to command some extra attention, it could really help get this offense going.
Nah, and you need that playmaker out wide. That guy makes the whole thing go, right? Having a guy, if you want to play man-to-man coverage, he's going to beat you. And he's shown the ability to do that sometimes for this offense. And he's a guy that has the defense's attention.
Yeah. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
What a great way to start this game, and one of the reasons this defense has been one of the most dominant units all season long, they can get pressure on the quarterback with guys like that. They've got better athletes than you've got up front, and you saw it early in this game today.
The Boilermakers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Trying play action. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back.
And that's a missed opportunity. I mean, he had him open. He could have thrown that football maybe with just a little bit more touch. He had plenty of mustard on it. You could see he threw a bullet. But sometimes when those guys are wide open, you see quarterbacks just try to aim it a little bit too much, and it'll come up short.
He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up fourth down. The Boilermakers send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Buckeyes offense will have its first possession of the game. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
The Buckeyes may be leaders in the modern game, but this has an old-school, vintage Buckeye feel to it when they move the ball on the ground.
And Ohio State's done it year after year, and it's player after player, but this university recruits at such an elite level. They find dudes, and it's easy to run the football when you've got some dudes.
The Buckeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to swing it on second down. He's got it down the middle. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. And the Buckeyes come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. Wants to adjust the pattern. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Good timing on the quick out. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. The Buckeyes have this offense rolling. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal. The Buckeyes, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Makes the grab. It's Jones. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. The Boilermakers in the hurry up.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Off the play fake. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays. But you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
And the Boilermakers have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Here's a heat. Trying to get rid of it. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Fires to the big fella. He's knocked out of bounds at the 42. Solid pickup on that one. The Boilermakers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Keeps it on the bootleg. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32.
When you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Under fire. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Purdue! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
Man, really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post, right on the numbers, catches the ball in the end zone, touchdown.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Looking to throw on 1st down. He lets it fly. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
Great coverage, and it's so hard when the ball's thrown down the field to stay patient. Like, not to grab the guy, not to start to overreact to the football. Nice job staying a little bit patient when the ball got there, deflecting it, knocking it out.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? No, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Quick completion on the out. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Going right and going deep. Makes the grab deep. Touchdown, Ohio State. A great catch and run for 6.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. And how about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you can tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Boilermakers headed quickly to the line.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. The Boilermakers decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. A strike downfield. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
What a start for this offense throwing the ball. I love how they've come out in this game, and they've been aggressive. They've already scored a touchdown, and here they are taking another shot and getting a big play. If you're on defense, you've got to find a way to slow this quarterback down.
And this offense shows right away on 1st down. They're willing to pass down here. This is softening up a little bit for the run here on 2nd down and goal.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. And good use of the hands from the defense to deflect the pass on 3rd down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. Oh, and he missed it. No good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
And that's frustrating. I mean, you put a drive together, you're in scoring zone. Like, this is a green zone. You should be making all of these kicks, these short field goals, the chip shots. Kickers have to come through. They got to do their job.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. And the Boilermakers will send out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Man, oh man, those types of penalties just drive defensive coordinators crazy. Was 4th down, now 1st down. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. The Boilermakers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. The short hands. It's Jones. Still running at the 40. He's loose. And the defense was on its heels after that long completion. The Boilermakers come to the line in the hurry-up.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Makes the grab. It's Velasquez. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Boilermakers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Makes the catch. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, the play fake on the RPO bought the receiver some time to work himself open on the route. That was a man-to-man coverage on the defense. Nice job by the receiver putting his foot in the ground and separating.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Boilermakers! Extra point here will tie the game.
And that is a huge touchdown for the offense and also a big momentum shifter in this game because now if they kick the extra point, they tie this game, anything could happen.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. A blown opportunity, missing that short field goal on the last drive, and now they'll try to put something on the board here. Pulls and fires complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They go to the ground. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29. And the Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Takes the handoff. It's Bishop. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And what you talk about on defense is speed, is penetration, getting in the backfield, making something happen. And you could tell they got in there so quick. The offense couldn't recover, couldn't do anything with them. Nice job getting the tackle for loss.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Buckeyes are on the move. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He unleashes a long one. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, this quarterback has really found a nice rhythm early, and he's in firm control and command of everything that's happening. They've had 2 drives, they've scored 2 touchdowns, and here on their 3rd possession, he still wants to take shots. That one obviously falls.
There he goes. He's got it inside the 10. Mark him out of bounds at the 9-yard line.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the 1st half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in a 1st half.
Now sliding to his left. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
You love that decision if you're the head coach. You're trying to throw it in the end zone. Nothing's there. Good job by the quarterback, tucking it and running and just getting what he can get.
And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. And the Buckeyes want to move quickly. Turning to the running game here on 3rd and goal. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. They march 79 yards on the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And sometimes you got to know when to give it up, right? As a quarterback, you feel it. You can't hold it that second too long when bad things can really happen. You could tell the clock went off, and he was throwing that puppy away.
Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup. And the Boilermakers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Oh, he's got some space. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He's going to take off.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. Bringing the heat. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to...
Pulls it in on the right. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Fires to the middle, and he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. He'll pull it down and run. He gets it to the 34-yard line, but excellent 3rd down defense, and 4th down's coming up. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. Splits the uprights. Good. That'll bring him to within 4. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. Arizona State is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Jake Plummer, this might not be over just yet. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to UCF. We'll circle back.
Looking to take a shot. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it. The 2nd down coming.
You hear about shot plays all the time. Offensive coordinators love to take deep shots down the field. They plan them. They plan when they're going to do them. And I bet you we'll plan to see a few more throughout this game.
The give to the left side. They could have used a little bit more there. Picked up 3. It's 3rd and 7. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Back open in the middle. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. The Buckeyes will hustle to the line. Looking downfield on 1st down. He rifles one deep down the right side.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. Starting to feel a little pressure. He'll pull it down. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing.
And absolutely nothing doing there on the quarterback run. Defense takes all the gaps away. They use their speed to force him to the sidelines. He didn't even gain any yards, guys, before going out of bounds.
He spins that thing down the middle. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack.
Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
And I don't mind this coaching staff and their decision to stay aggressive here with the lead at the end of the first half. You've got a quarterback that, in my opinion, has earned the right to throw the ball in these situations, but you've got to be better with your decision-making right there. That's a costly turnover.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Swings it out to the flat. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He is brought down and sacked. That is not the offense's ideal way to finish up the half, but we'll head to the locker room. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the 3rd quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like, the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
The Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. Gonna run it. It's Bishop. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
Got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And it won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete. And all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. Picked up a few extra on that return. What a play by this defense. Get the football.
How do you not get excited and out of your seat when you see the big boys making the little boys play? Listen, I know you DBs can do all that running around stuff and catch the football. I can too. I just do it in a sexier, bigger body. Yes, please.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
This time he's got his man. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Great style points on that catch, but they didn't pick up any yardage. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
Yeah, and I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understanding they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play, the defense knew it, broke on the football, and made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Off the play fake on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Power football with the run. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that 1st down.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. They're going to ride this running back.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. He's going to fire deep. Makes the grab on the left side. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
That's a great individual effort by him right there. When I think about Ohio State football, too, especially on defense, right, it's the legacy of the Silver Bullets, guys flying around, giving great effort and getting to the football, but it all has to start up front on the D-line. You've got to be dominant at that position, and right there, you just saw that, the ability to win one-on-one and make a play.
They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Boilermakers want to pick up the tempo.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
He'll get it down to the 31, and that's where he goes out of bounds. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Makes the grab. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
First down, Purdue.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Got his man out of the backfield. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. Looking to get it in. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all of the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of...
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Purdue!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Hands it off. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Using his legs, it's Bishop. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his tight end. At the 45, on his way. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. And the Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
The give to the back. That'll be a gain of about 7. Leaves him with 3rd and 3. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Grab near the sticks, it's Smith. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Complete. Into the open. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
He might want another play. Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. And the defense will ride him out of bounds at the 3.
Kind of like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive games.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. He got it. Oh, and he thought he had a chance to house him, and the defense tackles him at the 3.
They're getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle from him.
He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Trying to keep this drive alive. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
Nice job by the defense on fourth down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that fourth down play. Really good job by this defense.
The Boilermakers are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. At the 15, he's loose. All kinds of room to the right. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
Listen, I would get rid of that thing fast, too, if I've been sacked that many times today. They're coming every angle. Everybody's coming. They've got to me the whole day. Can somebody please get my back?
Rush is on him. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. The Boilermakers will punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Looking to throw on first down. The short hands, it's Smith. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. The Buckeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to throw on 3rd. Snagged in the middle. It's Shabera. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
To the air on first down. Makes the grab. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Buckeyes can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Complete to the right. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Beck's going for the goal line. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. This team just knows how to finish. They keep getting better and better and better, and they are close to going 9-0.
Well, this offense has been physical. They came out in this game with a lot of pride and the ability up front and the belief that they can block people and get it done. They are dominating this defense. 3 rushing touchdowns now in the game.
Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
And the Boilermakers are in the hurry up.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The give to the tailback. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. The Boilermakers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Dumps it to the back. He's got his man. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Looking to throw on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
To the air on 2nd down. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11. He wants to throw it again. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Pressure coming, and the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And the defense is able to go out and shut the door. They put the clamps down. They've got a big lead, and with that fumble, they're going to win the game. You've got to give this defense credit for finishing.
Running behind that left side. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down.
And man, is it nice just to have this guy right here. Like, give him the football, and they're going to give it to him early, and they're going to give it to him often. And a lot of times we see, man, late in the games, just like right here, he makes those big plays, wears down the defenses, and he is a handful late.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
The Buckeyes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Working that left side now. He steps out of bounds at the 41-yard line. The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. He gets it across the 40 and out of bounds at the 38.
Every single week, defenses know who's going to get the ball thrown to them, but they can't stop him. With that last catch, he now has over 1,000 yards receiving on the year.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. And the Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on 3rd. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off. That score score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
He'll bring it out. It's Lyle. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Looking downfield on first down. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get